Hey there, Star Wars gamers! Today, we're tackling the question on everyone's mind. Why did Star Wars Outlaws fail to live up to the hype? Grab your spotchka, and let's journey into the story behind this ambitious yet flawed title. The stage was set. When Ubisoft announced Star Wars Outlaws, fans were buzzing with excitement. An open-world adventure in the Star Wars universe? Yes, please! This seemed like the perfect recipe for success. Ubisoft had massive hopes for Outlaws, especially after recent successes like Jedi Survivor. But unfortunately, the game stumbled right out of the gate. Early sales were alarmingly low, with physical sales in the UK falling 55% short compared to Jedi Survivor, with rumors that sales were just around 800,000 a week after launch. Ouch. That's a hit even a bounty hunter can't dodge. And let's talk about the fan reception. The gaming press scored a modest 76 on Metacritic. Decent, but nowhere near what fans expected from such a high-profile project. And that is reflected with the fans offering Outlaws a Metacritic score of just 5.4. The biggest criticism? It felt like just another Ubisoft adventure with a Star Wars skin slapped on. Fans hoped for something groundbreaking, but many walked away feeling like they'd seen it all before. Despite the vast open world and promise of thrilling space battles, Outlaws suffered from technical issues that left players frustrated. Bugs, performance problems seen in earlier trailers, and unstable gameplay hurt the game's launch momentum. Ubisoft's inability to fix these issues quickly enough further dampened sales. In an industry where first impressions are everything, Outlaws stumbled where it needed to shine. The failure of Star Wars Outlaws wasn't just a blow to fans. It hit Ubisoft where it hurts most, their stock price. The company's shares plummeted to a 10-year low, and their market cap dropped below 2 billion euros. The situation has become so desperate that Star Wars Outlaws will be heading to Steam on November 21st, together with fresh updates and free content. So, what caused Outlaws to miss the mark? Beyond the bugs and generic gameplay, a bigger issue may lie in the lack of innovation. Players wanted a fresh Star Wars experience, but what they got was a by-the-numbers open-world game. The game's lead character, Kay Vess, failed to resonate with players the way heroes like Cal Kestis did in other Star Wars games. Fans are craving deeper storytelling and immersive, unique experiences, things Outlaws simply didn't deliver. The stealth system, while fun for a while, was met with flaws and glaring issues as some elements of gameplay was just so unforgiving. The planets and worlds looked nice, and it was clear a lot of time and thought went into the design of some cities. However, it was very clear on planets like Toshara that Outlaws wasn't that open world, as areas were sealed off by guards and invisible walls, until you completed certain parts of the story. As the developers clearly failed to take heed of feedback from fans during the game's production, it's a lesson that has become all too familiar within gaming, while appearing to blow smoke up each other's backsides at what a great job they are doing. The reality is, they weren't. I get it. Star Wars is a hot potato of a license to handle, but even Electronic Arts managed to learn their lessons from the loot box fiasco of Star Wars Battlefront and allow a creative team like Respawn to take the lead on delivering a Star Wars game that was enjoyed by the masses, although it too had flaws. But there was enough in the game to keep fans happy. On a personal note, I became extremely bored with the questing in Outlaws, as it was essentially a rinse and repeat fetch quest system where you run around looking for stuff without any real purpose or ability to influence decisions. I'd love to see your comments on what you did and didn't like about Outlaws. Overall, I gave the game a 5 out of 10 score, as it is a purely average Star Wars experience, and I can't see myself returning anytime soon. While the setting was exciting, the opportunity to play a scoundrel was also exciting, but it was the final execution that failed on all counts. But let's face it, We wanted a Star Wars game that captured the magic of The Mandalorian, a TV series that returned Star Wars to the masses, and some 5 years after the first season aired, we're yet to see any adventures featuring the bounty hunter. The smart money would have been on delivering a Star Wars experience around this setting, but with Lucasfilm Games controlling the narrative, it might have been an option they didn't want to explore. So where does this leave Ubisoft and the future of Star Wars games? I feel that we will have a very long wait to see another great Star Wars game. And while Electronic Arts are blue milking the Jedi series for a final third act, the continued delays and cancellations of other Star Wars games projects means that 2024 was a very threadbare year for Star Wars games. Ubisoft have published a roadmap for Outlaws, taking it up to the launch on Steam on November 21st. But if you look closely, it too is as barren as the wastelands of Tatooine. You'd think, given the importance of the title to them, bug fixes and quality of life improvements would see regular updates rather than waiting almost 2 months since the only patch to drop so far. So, what's your take? Did Outlaws fall short for you, or did it hit the spot in certain areas? Let's chat about it in the comments. And remember, the Force will be with you, always.